All right, let's finish on this last bit of correspondence from Oliver. So are you across chat the chat bot, the Chat GPT, whatever it's called?
Some sort of AI that can replicate, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it basically, look, I don't know. You input information about that person, it scans the internet, and so it could probably do a stand-up routine like Wil Anderson based on stuff of yours that's online.
Man, it'd be a quick way. I guess it'd be a quick way for me to write this year's show.
I mean, that's got to be someone's got to be doing that right now, right? There's got to be someone going, I'm going to do my entire festival show created by AI.
I mean, I guess if you had enough stuff out there, because that's what it's doing, right? It's taking stuff that you previously said so that it can kind of feed it into this algorithm and make a stand-up comedy routine. So you'd need to have a lot of pre-existing material for it to work on. I wonder if it could do that.
Well, we did have someone contact us on Patreon. And they did put in. Do you want to hear it? Yeah. It's a Wil Anderson routine that's created by AI. Okay, all right. Well, let's just put a pin in this one. We'll get back to you, Oliver, maybe in the next episode. And we'll go. I was just reading this before we jumped online. Okay. This is from Aaron. This is normally one of our. We normally save these Patreon messages for our bonus episodes. But, it's the first episode back, so everyone gets to hear this. This is from Aaron. Hi, Wil and Charlie. I'm a couple of months behind in the episodes, and I've just started to hear about the Top Gun saga. I'm sure Charlie won't get any backlash for his views on it. Absolutely incorrect. Everyone fucking hates me and tells me I'm wrong. Apparently, Top Gun is the greatest movie ever made, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there is no doubt. There's no doubt you have both heard about Chat GPT. Sorry, you have no doubt both heard about Chat GPT. The AI that can give the answer about almost anything. If you haven't tried it out yet, I asked it to tell me a joke as if I was Wil Anderson, and here it is. Hey, now do you want me to drop this in the message window so you can do the routine, or is it easy for me to read it?
No, it's easier for you to read it. You give it a go. I think this is more fun.
Okay, all right. All right, I'll do it with the cadence of telling a joke. You know what they say? Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. But you know what they don't say? They don't say, give a man a fishing rod and he'll just sit around the house watching fishing videos on YouTube and talking about how he's going to catch the big one and never actually going fishing. Hey? Hey? What's your name? What do you do?
I mean, it doesn't really feel like one of my bits. I was hoping it would actually be. I don't know if I would have been sad if it was.
I'm not done yet, by the way. I'm not done yet. You've got your big finish. Okay. That's not a shame, by the way, but it should be, because that's exactly what men do. We talk a big game, but we never actually do anything. We're like politicians in that way. Oh, fuck. Now that sounds like Wil Anderson.
Really,
take that, political elite.
Really showed those clowns in Congress.
What a bunch of clowns.
I was about to say that it didn't sound anything like me because I don't do difference between men and women stuff. I don't think I've ever talked about fishing when it's come to my comedy. But then just that twist at the end where it said, like politicians, I was like, oh, actually, that does sound a bit like me.
It does know me. Yeah. So what is it? I don't understand. Give a man a fishing rod. He'll sit around the house watching fishing videos on YouTube and talking about who's going to catch the big one, but never actually going fishing. I wonder what it drew. Like, what have you said, or what has it pulled from the internet that possibly makes you think that you have any kind of? I mean, the YouTube thing I can kind of understand. Like, you have talked about social media a lot lately, and then there's maybe interviews and stuff like that. But
all right, put it in the chat window. I'll punch this up and see what we can make work here. So put it in. Okay. I'll look in the chat and I'll have a look. I'm Wil Anderson. Thank you very much for coming to the show. It's very nice to have you all here tonight. Man, you know what they say? Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. But you know what they don't say? They don't say, give a man a fishing rod and he'll just sit around the house watching fishing videos on YouTube and talking about how he's going to catch the big one, but never actually going fishing. That's not a saying, but it should be, because that's exactly what men do. We talk a big game, but never actually do anything. We're like politicians in that way.
And you know what's so weird is when I read it, the politicians that way was the bit that sounded most like you. But when you read it, that's the bit that sounds most unlike you.
That's my bit I'm cutting out in the. Oh man!
When you, yeah, right, no, that doesn't sound anything like one of your routines at all. Well, suffice to say, there's not enough information online for the chatbot to do an impersonation of me. To see the full video, join our Patreon.
Patreon.com/Tofop.